No position has a shorter leash in the NFL than the quarterback spot. If you do not do your job, or at least show that you are capable of it in the future, you will quickly get replaced or chewed out by your team's fan base. The Denver Broncos have struggled to field an elite quarterback since Peyton Manning, but after a very promising 2019 second-round pick showed flash late in his rookie year, it seemed the Broncos had found their answer at quarterback. His name was Drew Lock. Coming out of college, Lock was once considered a potential candidate for the #1 overall pick, but his stock would drop after a stagnant senior campaign. He was called the best rookie quarterback in 2019, and his first season was even compared to other greats, but after a dysfunctional 2020 campaign, it seems that the franchise may replace him in the draft this week, and they just brought in Teddy Bridgewater from Carolina. So my question is, what will the future look like for Drew Lock, and what will go on with him? We're going to talk about all that and more today, but first, if you love football content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like if you want to support what I'm doing here on YouTube, suggest what topic I should do next, and turn on post notifications so you never miss when I upload. Now let's get started and talk about Drew Lock. As many of you guys know, Drew Lock is probably my favorite college football player of all time, as I am a diehard Missouri fan, and he was just an absolute great player for us. He grew up in Lee Summit, Missouri, and became a 4-star recruit coming out of high school and one of the most sought-after players in his class. He eventually decided to take his talents to Missouri, where his dad played back in the day, and he was instantly seen as a guy who could change the program. Matty Mock struggled, and he got into some legal trouble, so he was immediately thrown into the Wolves and played as a freshman. It definitely wasn't anything spectacular, but going into his second year, they brought in offensive coordinator Josh Heupel from Oklahoma, and he helped turn Lock around, and he had a breakout year. Going into his junior year, he had high expectations. Missouri did make a bowl, but Drew Lock was more impressive as he broke the SEC record for touchdown passes in a season and led the conference in passing yards. He could have left for the draft, but for some reason he decided to come back for his senior year and try to increase his stock to be the #1 overall pick. Fortunately, it was kind of stagnant, and Missouri underperformed, and he seemingly underperformed as well, and he ended up falling to the second round, where he was drafted by the Denver Broncos. I do believe he was a first-round talent, but I think the Broncos knew they could get the guy in the second round. He didn't start at first, but eventually he was thrown with the Wolves for the Broncos as well, and showed some flash and had some really good games, and some sites started saying that he was the best rookie quarterback, just how good he could be, and that the future was bright for the Broncos. In 2020, in his first year as the full-time starter, he didn't exactly impress. I think the entire team was dysfunctional, and his best wide receiver in Courtland Sutton was out, but at times he just didn't look very good, and it was really just not the kind of year that many expected. Going into the 2021 NFL draft, some said that the Broncos could end up drafting a quarterback, and it was crazy that seemingly he was given up on after only one bad season with a lot of dysfunction. I'm not sure if they still will draft a quarterback, because just a few minutes ago, we found out that the Broncos decided to trade their 6th-round pick to the Panthers in exchange for experienced quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, who, if you didn't know, was an absolute star at Louisville. Bridgewater will come in and bring competition immediately, and I really wonder what they're trying to do here. Bridgewater is not a future franchise quarterback. He put up good numbers with the Panthers last year, but he's definitely not the future of this team. I think the real reason why they brought in Bridgewater is to really push Drew Lock. With guys like Jeff Driscoll and Brett Rippon behind him, wasn't exactly fully challenged and didn't exactly have that fire burning under him. Now he'll have to win a competition against a good player in Bridgewater, and this will show Drew Lock that his time is limited and that he could be replaced at any moment. In the worst case scenario that Drew Lock loses the job, Bridgewater will be a good one-year player before the Broncos look to the 2022 NFL Draft to find their future star. It's really a win-win for the Broncos, because they either get a really good player in next year's draft, or Drew Lock breaks out and lives up to the hype that he had coming out of his rookie year. I'm a firm believer that Drew Lock will get the job done this upcoming season, and I'm really excited to see how these two battle it out in camp. I like Teddy Bridgewater, but as you know, Drew Lock is my favorite player, and I'd like him to be the starter for this upcoming season, and for him to be the future franchise quarterback of the team. What do you guys think, though? If you're a Broncos fan, let me know what you think of this quarterback battle. Let me know what you think of Drew Lock's future, and let me know another topic I could do next. If you want to support what I'm doing here on YouTube, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, as it'll help the video get in the algorithm so more people can see it, and I can continue to upload for you guys. Suggest another topic I could do down in the comment section, hit that like button, and check out all my other videos on the end screen, including my documentary about how Drew Lock became a big-time player to begin with. I hope to see you guys again soon, but until next time, peace.